Hi, good morning, everyone. Everyone can hear me? Yes, oh, that's good. That's good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So sorry for the delay, as usual, because of the internet connection. So let me remove my mask as well. Okay, yeah. So sorry for the delay again, and thank you for waiting. And I think we can immediately start the presentation. So we really need, the assistance of open learning to share the slides. Okay, that's good. Thank you very much, Nasha. You are being very helpful. And yes, can you go for full screen then? Ah, that's good. Thank you very much, Nasha. Thank you. We really appreciate your help. And for all the other guests and attendees, thank you very much. Let's start. And today's topic is actually is all about navigating e-learning with HRD Corp, e-LATiH, right? So most of you have heard HRD Corp before. So if not, we may proceed to the next slide to talk about what is our HRD Corp is all about. So since 1993, we've been established since 1993. So most of you might have heard of HRDF last time, but now we are known as HRD Corporation. So we call this a Human Resource Development Corporation. Okay, and now since our establishment, we only focus more on facilitating trainings by collecting levy. But now we have enriched our roles into the custodian of the nation for more focus on the talent development. Especially now after the upskilling and reskilling, now we are focusing on placement and employment and more on income generation as well. Started last year. It's because of the pandemic as well. So we have enriched based on the current scenarios, the recent development that happened. So now our mission also has been changed. So now we're no longer just focusing on upskilling and reskilling. We are also focusing more on employment. Okay. So with that, let's proceed to the next one. Let's focus on e-learning, right? So that is the main agenda why we are here today, right? Of course, as usual, even before the COVID-19 itself, there was already a high growth and adoption of learning technology that's already happened in a global environment, which we are assuming that the targeted investment is already reached. The market itself is already reached 18 billion in 2019. Okay, but based on the World Economic Forum, the estimation of the e-learning market is going to reach 350 billion by 2025. So that is the e-learning market that we're talking about. So, but when it comes to Malaysia, e-learning is always something new. Even though it's not that so new, but we are always hearing that people can always tell that e-learning is something new. Our employees, our learners are not so keen into e-learning because they're more comfortable with the traditional classroom, right? But what we can see, especially after the current scenario, especially after the COVID, now we're in the era of post-COVID, the major shift has happened in terms of the learning landscape. So we can see that from traditional classroom, now we are moving into a bite-sized learning and virtual learning. We can easily see this even in the school environment. We can see like our kids, how they are learning currently. They are learning in YouTube, they're learning in so many other platforms compared to the traditional way of doing things, right? So we are in the process of moving from theoretical perspective of learning into experience learning. So, but we are not quite there yet, because e-learning is definitely a stepping stone for us in Malaysia, especially now. We are moving into the experience learning, but we are quite not there yet. Okay, so we see this is the process of us as a Malaysia. We are moving into experiential learning, where the learning will be more efficient and effective to all people out there, right? So in my second slide, in my following slide, so this view is not just based on what I think or HRD Corp will think, right? So this is a global view where we can see even World Economic Forum have highlighted the future of jobs is actually needed all these listed top 10 skills. But when we see these two major new skills they added in this list, is actually talk about promotes a culture of self-directed learning. It's no longer that the HR is going to decide what I'm going to learn today or this year. Okay, it's all about the self-learners. We ourselves, how proactive we are in continue to learn, to make sure that we are equipped with the relevant skills. Okay, so based on this, our HRD Corp e-LATiH, which we explain in the following slide, is explaining. We launched on the correct scenario where if everybody knows about e-LATiH, we just launched this February, right? This February. Initially, our plan is totally a different plan for the e-learning, but based on the scenario itself, we make it, the portal is available for all Malaysians for free, and by providing premium e-learning courses for free. Okay, we started with 200 courses only at the beginning, with the collaboration with Go1, one of the biggest aggregator in the world. So we were able to secure 200 courses for our Malaysians for free. And then now we are already at 400 courses, inclusive of our local training providers, training courses as well. Okay. So what is the main objective of e-LATiH? So when you talk about objective of e-LATiH, as highlighted in the following slide, so we are focusing more on helping our Malaysians, especially when they impacted very much on during COVID period. Most of them has lost job. They do not know what to do next. So this is where the platform actually came in very handy for them to learn new skills. Okay, we are providing easily accessible learning resources for everyone in Malaysia. Okay, so the main objective is, as I mentioned, as highlighted in these slides, is basically it's free because of the pandemic and everything. We don't want to charge and then we burden some more. So we are giving it for free. Free doesn't mean it's a very a low quality courses. So we are giving actually a premium courses for free. Okay, later you can able to go and see all the courses available in the e-LATiH, how premium they are, who are the providers, and we even providing up to our statistic and everything. Okay, and we are giving unlimited access to everyone, and there's no limit for them to enroll in any courses. There's no limitation at all. Okay, and then our entire focus is actually on learner-centric, and we created the playlist based on personal and professional development. Okay, and of course this is mobile friendly as well, because we are talking about bite-sized learning. So we don't have any mobile apps yet, but we are in the process of developing one. But for currently, it's a mobile friendly, means you can just learn it from your web browser, and then it actually will suit your mobile application as well. So who are the learners as of already in the platform? Okay, we launched on February. So now we are already at the end of this year. It's November. We almost passed 9 months. So we have more than 150,000 users registered in e-LATiH platform. So most of the time we got to know who are these people, because all this while HRD Corp only serve for the employees of a certain organization who are paying levy to HRD Corp. But e-LATiH is a different thing. It's a totally a different product or services. Okay. In my following slide, we have explained what is the demography of the current users. Okay. So these under 50,000 Malaysians actually comes from working environment. Some of them are self-employed and even not working, right? So very interesting information here, because we have somehow, later I'll also explain how many of not working or unemployed Malaysians have actually enrolled in e-LATiH to learn some new skill, right? So when you focus on the not working, so we have students, we have fresh graduates, we have retrenched workers, we have retirees, even homemakers. They even can able to learn something for themselves, is either to make money or to just pass their time or just equip them with the relevant skills, right? And one of the interesting factor here is like we have a 8 years old boy in e-LATiH have registered and is continuously learning language. That was last time, but now we have to go and check what he's doing now, right? So he's very much interested because the schools, all the schools was closed last time, and then the only platform is like is available is online. So they have enrolled in some other available online courses. So e-LATiH was one of their choice as well. Okay, even now more people are actually joining. The students are joining because we are going to collaborate with some other new organizations to bring in students and graduates related courses as well. Okay, and the e-LATiH covers all the working sectors that currently available, so including financial institutions. Okay, as I mentioned in the following slide, we have successfully helped or assisted more than 36,000 of unemployed Malaysians to learn new skill. Okay, they have upskilled themselves or reskilled themselves, or even we can now, it's very appropriate for us to say outskill, right? For them to secure a job in a new industry, in a new environment. Okay, and we have more than 100,000 of employees covered under this. We have more than 10,000 self-employed individuals available currently at e-LATiH. And of course, we are talking about everything about what happened in e-LATiH. There are so many other factors, what kind of courses that are available and everything. So rather than we talk about or we explain about the courses, since we are keep on adding new courses, we encourage all the participants that currently attending this webinar to enroll yourself and then to witness what are the courses that are currently available. Okay, the best part of this e-learning, we call this under this e-LATiH, is the certificate. So in the following slide, you can able to see these are the new certificate with the recognized by our Ministry of Human Resources and HRD Corp, with a specific name on it, date, what kind of courses that you have completed and everything. So if you go to any social media networks, especially LinkedIn, you can always see this. I almost see this every day, that people are sharing this. Means they have completed, they have learned some new skills. So it's good to see that more people are actually encouraged, and they are very passionate about learning new things under using e-LATiH. Okay, so these are the carrots that we are giving for people to be part of this e-LATiH environment and to upskill themselves. Okay, e-learning is still considered very new, even though it's not even a year old, but we are also learning, and we want to able to provide more courses, more premium courses next year. We have so many exciting new recommendations is already there in place for us to proceed in e-LATiH in 2022. So one of that is actually since we want to encourage more people, when it's come to tell about e-learning, people always like they will always like, sometimes it's like, when, because it's something we want you to learn, we want you to spend some time and then learn new things, right? So it won't happen immediately. It's not we are not there yet. So because of that, we come up with so many other ways of encouraging people to be part of this as well. So one of that is actually for the e-LATiH giveaway, which highlighted in the following slide. Is actually we even announced some gadgets. So there are so many in our pipeline to provide this, to encourage more people to come and join this. Let them experience this, and then let us know what is the best parts of e-LATiH, and then how we want to move forward. Okay, so it's not just simply we are calling all of them, but in our following slide, we have highlighted what kind of learning resources that are currently available on e-LATiH. So if anyone, as long as you're Malaysian, if you want to able to join, register as e-LATiH, you can able to learn all these new things. Okay, we have a dedicated playlist for every main industry or skill-based sectors. Okay, if you want to mention about the personal development, we are having so many courses on that. Financial skills, yes, we are also providing that. Programming, now you can actually able to learn programming through e-LATiH. Okay, people might ask like, what, I can easily learn this in YouTube as well. This is already available, right? But this programming, these courses that are available under e-LATiH is a very interactive courses. For example, for the programming, you might able to code immediately, and the result, you can see the results immediately, because it's a very interactive platform that you are not just going to listen to it, you can also practice it at the same time. Same goes for the languages as well. We have Rosetta Stone courses available for free under this e-LATiH platform. If you might heard of this course, is a very Rosetta Stone is a well-known brand for language learning, right? So you can able to speak, and the system can able to identify what are you saying, and then it will able to tell you whether you are pronouncing it correctly or wrongly. So you are learning with some kind of experience. It's kind of a virtual environment. You are not just listening. You are actually listening to them. You got practicing at the same time, and then you're able to correct all the mistakes, and then you learn, you progress. Okay, so these are the things, the resources that we're actually providing under e-LATiH. Okay, so we have more content providers, as we are highlighted in the next slide. We have more than 60 reputable international and local courses. So when we launch e-LATiH, we only when we collaborate with Govan, we only feature international courses. But now, based on our recent engagements, we have included local training providers, our own homegrown champions. So they're able to give this also for free for all Malaysians as well. Okay, and starting next year, we will be also providing a different platform, because this year we only allowed training providers and trainers to provide courses for free for us, so that we can provide to all Malaysians for free as well, right? But starting next year, is going to change. We allow training providers to create content using e-LATiH or even open learning. So, and they can able to sell their courses through e-LATiH as well. Okay, so the work is actually currently in progress. We are dealing with our vendor. We are going to come up with a plan soon. So the announcement will be out soon as well. Okay, the reason why we are telling that as well is because we don't want our training providers, because we have more than 7,000 registered training providers in our database as well, and more than 30,000 trainers already in our database. So we, of course, this year 2021 is like our introduction phase, I will say. So we give everything for free. We want people to experience this e-learning, because we are complementing the traditional classroom learning. We are not going to replace the classroom learning, right? That need to be make it very clear from the day one. We are on that note. So we are not introducing e-LATiH or e-learning to replace any classroom training. Classroom trainings will need to be happen because when it's technical and so on, we need to go to certain place, spend some time, and then learn new skill. At the same time, to complement that, we introduced e-LATiH. So along the way, imagine one of the employees currently working at office is preparing some document using Excel, but he might end up in some challenges, right? He cannot able to complete the Excel. So this is where the e-LATiH comes in very handy. He can immediately go to the e-LATiH and then search for whatever he wants to do. He can immediately learn from e-LATiH as well on that spot, so he can able to proceed whatever that is currently doing. People might say that this can happen in YouTube as well, but YouTube is all provided by individuals. But in e-LATiH, all the contents actually provided by professionals, expertise. Not anyone can able to provide content in e-LATiH. So that's the reason we are very selective. We open this opportunity for all the training providers and trainers themselves. Okay, so this is another platform for training providers and trainers to utilize this or to leverage e-LATiH for their own benefit as well. Okay, the reason, what are the things that we are going to provide under e-LATiH is actually on my following slide. So we are, as a content provider, we can able to provide this kind of a benefits like branding. We are going to promote the providers in our platform. We will have, because this is a volume based, since in 9 months, we can able to have 150,000 and more engagement has been planned in coming months. So the volume will increase tremendously, right? So we are expecting around 1 million to be achieved by 2025. So slowly we will encourage all the employees that registered under HRD Corp to be part of e-LATiH as well. That's our bigger plan. Because based on certain data that we already have, and based on our analysis, only 25% of an organization is going for training. Means to make it very clear, let's say that organization have 10 employees, only 2 to 3. So now, because it's 25, so I just go with 2, right? So only 2 out of 10 is attending training in 1 year. Even that 2 is only attending 3 trainings in a year. So when we are talking about upskilling and reskilling, we want to have skilled workers in Malaysia. By attending only 2% attending from the same organization, and they are only attending 3 trainings in a year, we cannot expect any expertise. Okay, so because the frequency is very low, so there's another reason why we actually introduced e-LATiH, because if it's more cost effective and then people can able to learn anytime they want, we don't want to reduce or impact their productivity as well. Okay, for the face-to-face training, the traditional way of doing things, they need to be away from the office, which is going to impact their productivity. But through e-learning, while we are encouraging the traditional classroom training, we will also encouraging them to learn on demand whenever they need. So even HR can able to do this. They can assign, they can suggest, or even the learner themselves, they can able to do that. Okay. And we will also help our content providers by providing not just the platform, we will be also providing them the platform itself. They can able to create all the courses behind the scene in that platform itself. So we have our dedicated team to handhold them to make sure that what are the things is needed to create a content and how to publish it in e-LATiH as well. Okay. So the following slide will be further elaborate what are the things that we have actually done all this before. And we also introduced, if you guys have heard of this, e-LATiH content competition creation to encourage more, not just the training providers and trainers, to general Malaysians to be part of this platform as well. So our YBM have announced this last month in our HRD Corp, Wisma HRD Corp as well. and started this content creation competition. Okay, now we have extended the content creation competition until 31st December. Okay, so we want more people to be part of this, learn how easy it is to create the content, e-learning content. Okay, so I think they need to, so sorry, I think based on the chat information, you might swipe the screen in order to see the content of the presentation. Okay, yeah, that's good, thank you. So it's okay. Okay, so if let's say any of you haven't heard about this, you can always go to e-LATiH.hrdcorp.gov.my, or you can just go to our HRD Corp main website, and then you can search for e-LATiH. You can be able to get all this information as well, right? And the following slide, we also explain about open learning collaboration. Okay, so we address e-LATiH as not just as an e-learning portal, we call ourselves as an e-learning aggregator. Okay, aggregator. So we allow all types of good collaboration among our partners to enhance e-LATiH. So the collaboration with open learning, like you all know open learning, so they are very much providing the similar platform to create even interactive contents. Okay, so some of the universities, they already have the content in open learning. Okay, if they want to publish under e-LATiH, it just based on few clicks, and of course based on our agreements, we can able to do that. So you don't need to create a different content or different video for the same content twice. So if your content is already available under open learning, so you can immediately park that and then link that in e-LATiH in a day. Is that easy? Okay, for the same content. And then people that register and log in using e-LATiH, they also still can able to access the content. So that is our first collaboration with open learning. There are so many other things that we are also in our pipeline to integrate micro-credential courses. Right? And we are also approaching universities to park their courses as well. So most students will be part of this. So we are here to ensure the e-LATiH database is increasing every single day. Okay, it's not just about the numbers as well. We can able to confidently tell that every day we have more than 3,000 enrollments. Means people are actively learning through e-LATiH without much marketing. Okay, so that's the power of e-LATiH that we are announcing here, because the same course, there's one Mandarin course was published in e-LATiH. In one day, we have more than 60 enrollments. We didn't announce it in anywhere. Means people are actively logging in and registering for e-LATiH. They search for the new courses that updated. They'll just go and enroll. So that's how actively Malaysians are keen to learn new things. Okay, in my following slide, yes. So this is a moving forward plan, that if anyone, any training provider or TP that want to be part of e-LATiH and to leverage the e-LATiH, so we have a very clear plan that how you can actually able to create the content, publish the content, and able to market it, and then generate income out of the same courses that you are currently doing, right? So you might be expertise in certain area that you are conducting traditional classrooms. You can easily convert that. It's just one-time effort that you have to do, but after that you can easily generate income, a continuous income for one-time effort. Yeah, that is the one. Okay. So this is basically a very high-level information. So we have highlighted what is e-LATiH is all about. We launched on last February to help fellow Malaysians who have been badly impacted due to the COVID. And then we have provided free courses for them to learn new skill, upskill themselves, reskill themselves, and make themselves employable. which we have done to more than 35,000 of them in 9 months. And then we have started to allow training providers to park their courses and then market it for free. And moving forward, we are going to collaborate with more providers and partners like Open Learning. We have Coursera. So we have other providers who can able to even park and integrate with e-LATiH. So we will become the aggregator. And most importantly, we will allow training providers and trainers to generate income through e-LATiH as well. Okay. And one thing, of course, the last slide is already just go for the just register. But another main point I would like to highlight here is actually on corporate access, which is never included in this presentation. But I still want to highlight that part because it's not just individuals that we are talking about here. We have approached a few organizations to use e-LATiH as their main source of learning and development. So with this arrangement, we have big employers, small employers, medium-sized employers are already part of this e-LATiH, and we have provided a dedicated platform for them. And they can include their own induction courses, their own dedicated free courses only for their own, which is applicable for organization. So they can as a HR of that organization, they can actually assign specific courses for certain department, unit, and everything. They can have a schedule. They can easily assign and then track what is the progress of each employees of that organization and who is actively learning, who is just a dormant. They are not very active. So they can able to do this. So we have been actively doing that as well. More employers have successfully enrolled in this corporate access as well, and we will extend this for the next year as well. So everything is for free. If any of the employers is listening now, so your HR learning development also can be part of this. We can able to provide a dedicated e-LATiH platform for your organization, which is easily accessible and easy for you to measure the impact of the learning as well. Okay, so that is another thing that we are doing as well. So with that, we highly encourage everyone to go and register e-LATiH so you can experience what are the things is already available. But if you have any recommendation, you also please feel free to forward to us. It's just e-LATiH@hrdcorp.gov.my. So we will definitely respond to you within 24 hours. So that's our client charter, and we will definitely follow that as well. Okay. So with that, I end my presentation. So now it's open to Q&A. Yeah, please.
Hi, hello everyone. So looking at the Q&A section, we have one question from Eugene. This is a really good question. How do we connect our open learning courses into e-LATiH? Do we need to register as a content provider first with e-LATiH? Okay, so basically that is what I'm going to show you next, which is I'm going to walk through the portal a little bit for those who probably is not familiar with e-LATiH or this is your first time hearing that. So let me share my screen and then I will show you some of the information. So for example, if you already have your courses on open learning and would like to make it available on e-LATiH, we just need 3 information, which is the URL, the LTI key and LTI information. So there is only 3 things, and what we do usually is just we engage with the training providers that are interested with that, and then we can set up a meeting for us to better explain on how to integrate. So let me just quickly show what the portals look like. Sorry about that. Okay, if you go to e-LATiH.hrdcorp.gov.my, you would be able to see all of the information about e-LATiH, and if you want to register for the first time, you can click create an account. If you want to know more about our content competition, corporate access, content provider. So to answer that question, actually, you can either contact Open Learning to connect with e-LATiH, or you can put your interest in the registration form for the content provider on our website. Once you are in, it's going to take a little time. So once you are in, you would be able to see, for example, once you registered, you will be able to see your name on here. For example, this is mine. So hi, Siti Zubaida. And then you can see all of the courses which are sorted based on the playlist. So if you go to local courses, meaning that all of the courses in this playlist belong to our local content providers. And then we have personal development, leadership. So this is what the end users gonna see. And for the content provider, you can just put in your information, your company and the potential number of online courses, and then we'll contact you instantly. So I'm going to show you. So if you are interested to become one of our providers, actually, we are going to provide you with a dedicated portal for you to put in all of your courses. So the concept is almost similar like a YouTube studio kind of thing. So you can actually put all of your materials up here to make it into a complete course. And of course, we have a guide how to create a course. And then if you want to create a course, you can just click here and then put in all the information. So for the Open Learning integration, I can show you through here as well. So this is just the example. I want to put the test one. I name my course as a test one. And then I just click create a course. It will lead me into here where I can put in all of the materials that I have. For example, I have a document, interactive files, videos. So how do we do with Open Learning? We click on LTI tool. So basically we use LTI integration to enable any courses from Open Learning to be displayed on e-LATiH. So what we need is just the three things, which is the URL, LTI key, and LTI secret key. That's it. So all these three information is actually available in the admin page of your Open Learning account. So if you need more help or how to find this information, you can either contact Open Learning or e-LATiH, and we will help you with that. So I hope that answers the first question on how to connect with Open Learning courses with e-LATiH. So if any of you that are interested, you can contact us directly for further arrangement. All right. So I think Morgan can take the next question.
Sure. Thanks, Siti. Thanks for the explanation. I believe that was answered correctly, unless if like Open Learning want to also add in, so we will definitely welcome that as well. It's very easy. It's like as long as you have an account with Open Learning, you can easily just get the links and then you can able to paste it in our e-LATiH platform, and then you can able to have your courses there as well, right? So there are a few courses, a few questions, sorry, like Tanwin. It's like, do you consider e-LATiH courses as part of micro-credential? Yes, we definitely, because as I mentioned earlier, so there are more plans in our pipeline, and we already started to approach UNITA, and UNITA courses of micro-credential related courses will available soon in e-LATiH platform as well. For your kind information, UNITA courses are also from Open Learning platform. So it's that easy for you. If it's already the courses available in other platforms, especially Open Learning, it's very easy for you to link and make sure you can able to publish it in e-LATiH very easy. Okay. And to answer that, micro-credential courses definitely will available soon in e-LATiH, because we have a dedicated department to focus on micro-credential as well. We even get our buy-in from our JPK as well. And we are closely working with NQA to get their recognition as well. Okay. And the following question is like, who owns content copyright in e-LATiH platform? Did you need to acquire a common license to publish course in e-LATiH? Okay. This is a very tricky question as well, because most of the reason why we allow training providers and trainers to publish their courses, because we want they to own the content. Okay, they cannot simply copy from any other places, YouTube, other Coursera, LinkedIn Learning kind of things, and then they just edit the video and then they cannot just publish it in our e-LATiH platform, right? So we want you to own the content. The content must from you, and then we will definitely verify that, and then we will only publish in e-LATiH. We are very particular about this because we don't want any issues in terms of copyright as well. So all the courses that are currently available in e-LATiH is mainly from Go1. And Go1 have a different providers. We have more than 60 of them. They have already received the consent from all the providers. So that's the reason, like some of them, they might have offices in Malaysia as well, but the courses is available through our different collaboration. They somehow agree to that as well. So, but if you are from local Malaysian trainers and training provider, you own your content, means you create the content from scratch, then it's you own it. Okay, we will only publish, people can able to see, but they cannot able to download the content. Okay, so it's still with you. I hope that answer that question. And how do you see or compare against Udemy, Coursera, and everything? Yeah, so these are the big players in the industry, especially in the global thing. But we want to create something that our local Malaysians can able to learn as well. Okay, there are few data that can able to show why we created e-LATiH. We can easily, as a HRD Corp that focusing on learning and development, we can easily collaborate with Udemy, Coursera, LinkedIn Learning, everyone, because it's easy for us to collaborate and then give the same courses to everyone to go and buy. But rather than we do that, if let's say we do that, we still just there's no any value added things in that particular engagement, because based on employers' feedback, 70% of them still do not able to understand English, or they cannot able to read or write in English. Okay, if the courses, most of these platforms are only offering courses mainly in English. They are providing courses in other languages as well, but mainly on English. The e-LATiH is focusing more on, also we will never compromise on the quality. We will definitely want English courses as well, but we want in local languages as well. So there's a reason why we created the content competition as well. It can be like belajar Excel dalam bahasa Melayu, belajar Excel untuk perakaunan, this kind of things. It can be, because imagine 70% of them are still there in big in large employers. They cannot able to read and write. So if you are still providing Excel in English, they still cannot understand anything. It's defeat the purpose. Okay, we want everyone in Malaysia to able to upskill themselves. So we need to make sure that we provide the skill, the knowledge in their own language, so that they can able to learn much faster. Okay, and of course, e-LATiH is only the arrangement with Go1 is only for Malaysia. Means it's only for Malaysians. Okay, that's the reason when you sign up, we will request for your IC number as well, just to cross-check that you are Malaysian. If you are not Malaysian, then you are unable to register in e-LATiH. But having said that, on the first question itself, on the LinkedIn Learning and Udemy kind of things, we are in talk with Coursera and also LinkedIn Learning. Soon, we're going to collaborate. So that's why I say e-LATiH is not a platform. We are not going to compete with Udemy, Coursera, SkillsCare, or anyone that already available in the platform. We are going to collaborate with them. Okay, so because this is going to benefit our own Malaysian industries, because they can now, if let's say they want to go for the LinkedIn Learning, they want to subscribe, they are unable to do that because of there's a fixed price. They need to buy, they need to pay and then claim. It's claimable under HRD Corp levy. But by integrating everyone in one platform, they can directly use their levy and then able to subscribe to all the other platforms as well. So while we are encouraging our local courses or in the local languages, we are also going to collaborate with them as well to provide the entire information, the knowledge that available under their roof is also to be part of e-LATiH as well. Okay, I believe the unique selling points of e-LATiH that attract learners to join Instagram online platform. Okay, but there is another. I believe my previous answer also applicable to this as well, because the main thing that we can facilitate is using the levy as well. Okay, that is a direct thing that we can able to do, but we can also provide better rates for organizations as well. We are discussing with them, we are negotiating with them as well. We can able to provide much better rates if they go through HRD Corp and then they buy using e-LATiH. For example, if let's say Coursera is part of e-LATiH. So rather than you go directly to Coursera as an organization, if you go through e-LATiH, you might have better rates. So means all your employees in that organization can able to leverage on that part rather than just certain selected individuals for Coursera because of the pricing. So there are so many other things, but we also welcome other recommendation. But if let's say you have something in your mind, if you want to share, or why don't you, we are also welcome that as well. Okay. Yes, definitely. Okay. For this question, is it claimable under HRDC? Yes, definitely. It will be, because otherwise there's no differences, right? So e-LATiH is going to integrate all of them and then allow everyone to access to learning resources much easier and faster without going through the Excel that you need to pay large sum of amount and then you need to submit for the claim and you need to wait. So we'll cut all these processes and make it very simplified. It's like one demand. If that course is what you want to go and go for Udemy or go for Coursera, you can immediately just subscribe using the e-LATiH platform using your own HRD Corp levy. It's in our pipeline. We will do that. Definitely we'll do that. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. On that note, if let's say you are still thinking about it, or if you need any further clarification, always can contact us. You can get our contact from Open Learning, or you can immediately connect to us in our LinkedIn Learning as well. Just Morgan Arjunan, you can able to see that. And on that note, we will also invite the participants from these sessions as well to our upcoming forum that is scheduled on 3rd December in Kuala KL Convention Center. Okay, we are going to have our rebranding of HRD Corp event, which will be hosted by, which will be officiated by our Prime Minister on 2nd December. And the 3rd December, we are going to have our own event, HRD Corp Forum. It is a reset forum that open to all. So we have speakers. We have one of the main moderator from Open Learning as well, Mr. Sabin, will be there as well. So if anyone interested, please let us know. Because of the SOPs and we need to comply with MKN's SOP and everything, you need to submit RSVP as well for that. Okay. So you can easily get these details in LinkedIn. If not, just approach us or send e-LATiH email at e-LATiH@hdcorp.gov.my. Okay. Oh, the poll is there. Is there any questions? Okay. Is there a minimum requirement courses? Oh, this is a good question as well. Because all our courses are going to produce certification as a part of recognition for all the learners. So we need to ensure that the transfer of knowledge really happen. So for that, we limit our courses to minimum 1 hour. So if you want to publish your courses in e-LATiH, please ensure that the courses is fulfill this main requirement, minimum 1 hour. Okay, so but we really encourage for trainers to be HRD Corp certified. But if you are not there, if you don't have any certification, but if you can able to produce some other equivalent qualification, we will still accept that as well. Okay, and we want this to be like a very structured modules in one topic. So you can always go and check in e-LATiH how we actually structure the topics. It's not just one video for entire 1 hour. It's just like introduction for 5 minutes. Then there'll be slides, there'll be video, then there'll be assessments, then move to the second module. Every single thing is kind of a bite size. So people can able to access it individually. They don't need to wait, like everything is attached in one video. We don't want that. This is not a YouTube, so we really don't encourage that as well. So a well-structured module, a content presentation for 1 hour, minimum 1 hour, we really welcome that. But once you are interested, just let us know. You can go through Open Learning as well. They will also follow the similar concept. But if you want to come to directly e-LATiH also, we have our own officers to help you as well on that. Okay. So any other questions? So if not, oh yes, oh, done. Good. So with that, if there's no questions, I hope you really find this session helpful. So might bring you some new information. Then please pass that information, because everything is free under e-LATiH. We are not going to charge anything for this year. Okay. But we see what are the things that is already in pipeline for next year. If you're interested, just let us know. Keep in touch. And thanks for this wonderful opportunity given to us by Open Learning. We really appreciate that. And yeah, thank you very much. Have a good day.